Hi guys, my name is MJ. Welcome to Virtu Toys channel. Okay, box set. This one is actually quite exciting in my opinion. This was released end of March 2026. This is actually a very nice box set from Liberty Walk for their grand opening of their Kyoto outlet. Okay, so that's why it's a Kyoto limited edition. Liberty Walk, Leen Customs, they are already quite common together, right? However, this would be back. This is back. INNO64 with Liberty Walk. Okay, haven't seen these two brands logos together for some time already. So finally it's back. So in this episode I'm going to cover this box set, and I'm just going to do a quick talk about the exclusive deal between some of the diecast brands with Liberty Walk. I think there's some confusion. There's a lot of different versions out there. I will give you my take on it, and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so yeah, very nice to see INNO64 back to making Liberty Walk cars, because there's actually quite a few quite exciting models that's coming out. Okay, so let me open this up. In the meantime, right, can you help me to hit the like button, because that'll help me out with the YouTube algorithms. Hit the subscribe button as well, because more than 60% of you guys watching are actually not subscribed. Okay, and I do notice that quite a few of you guys are actually watching from your TV. Let me know, okay? Let me know if you're really watching it from the TV. I did hear some of you guys say that because the TV screen is so much bigger, it's so much nicer to watch. Okay, so yeah, we haven't seen INNO with Liberty Walk for some time. I think two or at least 1 year. Okay, so I'll give you the product code. There we go. I'll put it in the description below. Okay, so this is the Mazda RX-7 FD3S LB Super Silhouette, the Liberty Walk Kyoto Shop exclusive edition. Okay, so this was to open the shop. Okay, I heard the queue was quite crazy. Right, so my understanding of the exclusive deal, right, is that Mini GT, I think Mini GT was the one that kicked off all the exclusive deal kind of thing. So what happened is, within the price bracket, from what I read that year, I can't recall which year was it. From what I read, for the price bracket, I'm going to make an assumption here in ringgit, which is 50 ringgit to 100 ringgit, I think. Exclusively only Mini GT can produce diecast with the brand. So that's what the exclusive deal is. It's not about Mini GT produces all the exclusive Liberty Walk items. No. It's just that within the price bracket, Mini GT has the sole right to produce Liberty Walk cars. So my understanding is that is kind of the reason why Hot Wheels was still being able to produce Liberty Walk cars at the same period of time. Because Hot Wheels was priced below the price bracket that Mini GT kind of booked. Tarmac was able to produce as well, because Tarmac also, I believe, did an exclusive deal. I assume it's between 100 ringgit to 200 ringgit, which means any detailed diecast is going to be Tarmac that's going to do it. No other brands will be able to do it. That's where INNO comes into play. Hence, INNO was kind of left out, and they were not so-called, they do not have the rights to produce diecast unless it's being sold above 200 ringgit. And that was kind of the reason why we did see, I think there's the other brand called Top Art, which I'm going to do a review as well. Top Art has the Countach with all the opening parts, right? That is priced, what, 300 to 400 ringgit if I'm not mistaken. So that is so far high above the price bracket that Tarmac reserved for exclusivity. So that's how the brands kind of want to do exclusive deals with Liberty Walk, is by its price bracket. Now, what happened early this year, January 2026, what we saw is Pop Race logo on some Liberty Walk cars during Tokyo Auto Saloon. So what happened there is, probably this pricing exclusive deal with Mini GT has expired and probably not renewed. What does that mean? That price range of 50 ringgit to 100 ringgit, it's not exclusively available to Mini GT only. Liberty Walk has the right to allow other manufacturers to produce diecast cars in that price range. That's where Pop Race comes into play. Okay, and I assume that that is what happened with Tarmac as well. So Tarmac does not have the exclusive rights anymore, hence INNO will be able to produce and put Liberty Walk name on its products, rather than, you know, probably you guys have seen on my channel as well, the white body kit R35. That was really very strange. Okay, so that is obviously a Liberty Walk casting. So good to see INNO is back. And to kick things off with this very nice gold box set. Okay, wow, shiny. So it comes with this Leen Customs. So let me know what you guys think about the licensing deal between Liberty Walk and the diecast model makers. Okay, so that's my understanding of the whole situation. It's just a matter of Liberty Walk opening up more options, more brands to be able to do their diecast models and not just tied to a single brand. Okay, so I believe that is what it's behind it. Okay, so Leen Customs is also another ongoing brand that has official collaboration with Liberty Walk. Okay, so Leen Customs is actually based in the US. They have been doing these pins for quite some time already. It does say limited edition down here, Liberty Walk exclusive. Okay, and I'm not sure if these box sets are still available for purchase at retail at the Kyoto store. I did hear that you can still purchase it, but it's kind of purchase or purchase. You have to buy something to be able to purchase this. And yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, if you do know more details about that, let me know. Okay, share with me in the comment section below. So this is the INNO box set. It's boxed up, rather loose though. I would use the word nothing new. We've seen this packaging before. They have done Huma's RX-7 before. So this is basically the same casting. All right, very nice, very nice. Oh, let's check underneath. Same product code. So it does have the Liberty Walk logo down here. It does have the Mazda license as well. Very cool. Let's get it out of the box. Shiny, very shiny. So gold chrome. Now gold chrome and the other chromes is very big difference. Okay, still I'm not a huge fan of chrome models. However, gold chrome, I think I can still somewhat accept, because this does look pretty cool. That's the classic INNO packaging. There we go. Look at that, Kyoto limited edition. Let me get out of the box. Right, so what I understand that this RX-7 body kit was actually debuted in 2023 at an event called Motofan Festa at Fuji Speedway. That was what I understand. I think it was the revealed livery was the black Coca-Cola. Okay, and the car is actually owned by, I believe, driven and owned by Huma-san, which is Kato-san's son, which most of the time will be at the Harajuku store in Tokyo. Okay, his car will be there as well. So this car is actually based on that car. Someone showed me a photo of the real car in gold. However, when I did a quick search, I don't see it. I don't see there was a real version of this. So I'm not sure if Huma actually wrapped his car and sent it to Kyoto for the opening. Okay, very crazy. See how the stands, see how it sits so low at the back. That is so cool. I'm not going to remove this from the base, because I only have one set, and I won't be keeping this in my collection. There's just too many things I want to keep right now. There's HEC, there's quite a lot of cars coming as well. So yeah, I'm not going to be keeping this. Okay, so that's number 55, which is also on Huma's car. So the number 55 is actually paying homage to the Mazda 787B, which won the Le Mans 24 Hours in 1991. And up to today, it's the only rotary powered car to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Okay, so this livery is actually based on that. However, rather than the orange-green signature colors, it's wrapped in gold. Pretty crazy. Oh, I want to show you guys there's Huma's name here as well. What do you guys think about this casting? Because I think it's really quite good. Hang on, there we go. There I can see Huma's name. Even though it's just a black base, I do quite like that it reflects very nicely like that. That's pretty cool. The rims are quite okay. There should be a brake disc in there somewhere. Okay, there should be. INNO does it. However, the front is an aero disc. We see the headlamp covers down here. That's done very nicely as well. Okay, we go to the front. The grills are done properly. Very nice. Go to the top. The hood vents are done proper as well. The vents for the over fenders are done properly, not just some sticker. There is the over fender side mirror, pretty crazy. It's really very crazy if you need to adjust the side mirrors, but very cool that they have done it. Okay, and okay, at the rear, a little bit of story would be, you see the housing for the taillights is still at the original location, to the original body. It's not extended out to the white body, right? Which is in contrary what was done to the latest body kit on the 180 SX. So on that body kit, the tail light is pushed out all the way to the corner, to the side. So that was something that was done very tastefully for the 180 SX. So I do look forward to see more 180 SX versions of the Liberty Walk cars. Very, very cool. So as far as I know, there's no Liberty Walk RX-7 in Malaysia yet. But this year, 2026, there's already one Liberty Walk S15 that was revealed I think just last week. And I believe there should be another ER34 Liberty Walk that will be revealed when, I think end of July or August. So that's getting more and more Liberty Walk cars in Malaysia. Pretty cool. Okay. So I'm not going to remove this out of the base. As far as I know, newer castings, they should be able to roll. Yeah, because I don't want to leave my fingerprint on it. Cool. What do you guys think about this casting? What do you guys think about the licensing agreement? What do you guys think about INNO being able to do Liberty Walk cars again? It's pretty cool. Let me know, okay, your thoughts on that. So this will be available for sale through Collector's Qube. Should I put it like that? There we go. Okay, so it will be available through Collector's Qube. They do ship international, so this will be treated as a display unit, even though I did not remove it from the base. Okay, all right, cool. So usual place if you're looking for one. What else? I think that's it for this time around. Do stay tuned. There's another new drop of mini GTs, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you don't miss on any of my other scale model videos. Cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.